channel. If you're new here, my name is Katelyn and I love putting together DIYs and cute farmhouse decor for you all, as well as seasonal decor. I make a lot of projects using Dollar Tree items, as well as items that come from inexpensive stores like the dollar store or Walmart. So make sure if that's something that you're into, you hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you get alerted whenever I upload. I have a lot of new content coming to you, so you don't want to miss out on that. And give this video a big thumbs up if you are excited for all of the Valentine crafts. For today's projects, I have 3 dollar store projects. I am going to be using a little wooden truck that I picked up from Dollar General. But let's be honest, little wooden trucks are everywhere, so I'm sure you can find one. This would also even be a cool project if you have any of the leftover wooden trucks from Dollar Tree Christmas, because that would work. You could tear the little tree off and put some little hearts. Or if you just don't have it, you can check your local craft stores, because Hobby Lobby and Michael's also comes out with a lot of wooden die cuts. So I'm sure that you can find a little wooden truck somewhere, but I was excited to show you all how I painted mine and put it together. Whenever I come across this little truck at the dollar store or Dollar General, I just thought it was perfect for a DIY. So I really hope you enjoy all 3 of these. You'll have to let me know in the comments below which one of today's projects was your favorite, and let's jump on into crafting. This first project can be customized, so it would be a perfect gift for Valentine's Day, for your special someone, or even your mom or your best friend, because I'm going to be taking the writing off of this. I think it's so funny finding pieces like this from Dollar Tree that were printed backwards or misprints, and it's just fun to go ahead and pick these up because I know I'm going to DIY these. So it's just something that I can save from going to waste, and I know pretty much nobody else is going to buy one of these that was misprinted. So I just started by removing everything out of the frame, and I took a razor blade and scratched off all of that writing that was backwards on the glass, and it just easily scratched off, and I wiped that down with a wet wipe. I chose one of my favorite pictures to tape in the back of this. This was me and my husband on a special little dinner train ride that we went on, so it was such a sweet little memory. So it's fun adding that to a little gift to give to him. And then I replaced everything back inside the frame so I can write my own little message on the glass. I picked up some little Dollar Tree stickers that I can use for that. I also made a little bow to put up in the left hand side corner, and I just did that by crossing over the ribbon and tied it in the center, and then I just cut the little tails off. You can feel free to opt for a burlap bow or even skip the bow, especially if you're giving this to like a man for his office or something and he didn't like the bows. So you can definitely make this neutral or more farmhouse, or to go with anybody's personal style. So I was going to do my trick where I take a little piece of wax paper and put my letters on there and then transfer it over with some painter's tape. But these little Dollar Tree stickers, I don't know if it's because they were not very sticky or what, but they just were not sticking to that wax paper at all. So I ended up just putting them directly on the glass. I do that little trick to help me get them more straight and see like exactly what kind of space that I have, so I can get them centered. But it just wasn't having it, so I just put them on the glass, and then because these weren't super sticky, I lightly went over them with some Mod Podge until they were glued down, and then just did a full layer over the top of this. This Mod Podge does give the glass a little bit of a different finish. You can see a little bit of texture in there, but I still think that this turned out really cute, and like I say, perfect little customizable gift that you can give to anyone that you love this Valentine's Day. These are the little wooden trucks that I picked up for $2 from Dollar General. I was so happy to find these. These were actually really sturdy wood and thicker than the Dollar Tree ones, so they won't break or crack as easy. And I went ahead and picked up a couple of these, and I was just going to show how I DIY'd one, but then I thought it would be really neat to show you all how I would DIY one for myself, and then how I would do one in more traditional colors. So my favorite color is pink and blush pinks. Although I don't decorate a lot with that, it just goes with my farmhouse decor really pretty, especially at Valentine's Day. So that's kind of what I'm going for, just a farmhouse wood look on my truck with little pink accents for Valentine's Day. But then, like I say, I will do the other truck in more traditional colors. So to get this stain, I mixed water and some burnt umber brown apple barrel paint. This is just acrylic paint, and kind of stain the truck. I love the dark effect that it gives it. And then for the other truck, I painted it with the red chalk paint from the Waverly and just give it a nice base coat. And then for both of these trucks, I'm mixing in a little bit of black with my base color and kind of shading over it. I think it just gives it so much more dimension and makes it look prettier and more polished and put together rather than just leaving it solid red. On the darker colors, like the tires, I just mix in a little bit of a lighter gray color, and it's hard to show up on camera, but just these little details give it such a elevated look and make it look more like a painted piece and really pretty and store-bought versus just kind of like a cheap little solid red look to it, or just like the black wheels being plain. Just adding those little bit of different colors in there, I think just really upgrades the project and makes it look a lot nicer. I paid attention to the edges with a piece of sandpaper and just kind of lightening up that black that I added on there, and then kind of distressing the edges just a tiny bit. I picked up this gorgeous little vintage Valentine paper pack from Hobby Lobby. I got it 50% off, so it made it very inexpensive. I picked out paper that had the red pattern on it for the red truck, and then I picked out a couple pieces that had more of a pink color to them. I also found this little piece of paper I had in my crafting stash. It's from Hobby Lobby as well, and I decided to go with that. So to add these on there, I'm flipping my truck over and trying to trace the best I can, and then kind of just going to fill in what I missed and then cut these out so I can Mod Podge them down.
Falling till we hit the ground, and then we always get back up again. We're a little messed up.
After I got my hearts to fit perfectly on the first truck, I'm just using those as a stencil to go ahead and trace them for the second truck. Make sure that you do put them in the same direction and flip them upside down so that they will match up with the hearts perfectly. But like I say, I'm just using these to cut out the second set of hearts, and then I'll Mod Podge on the back and then also do a layer over the top of them. I let my Mod Podge completely dry, and then I'm using that same piece of sandpaper and just kind of pulling it over the edges, and this will easily get off all of the excess paper so it looks like it was made to fit on that little heart. It also distresses them just a tiny bit more to make it fit in with the whole rustic look. I picked up one of these tiny little Sharpie paint markers. I was trying to show you in size comparison how much smaller this one is. I have been loving using it, but it was just perfect to kind of outline. I got a little happy with my little black lines and kept adding way too many of them, so don't do that. Less is definitely more. But I added a little door handle and then kind of outlined the door. And that would have been good if I would have stopped right there, but like I say, I just kept adding them and adding them. Those paint markers are addicting. You'll have to let me know in the comments below if you're the same way by adding little details to things. But I love how it looks outlining the little hearts, and just kind of outlining this makes it pop out even more. Each truck came with their little base, so I wanted one dark brown to kind of go more with the brown truck, and then obviously a black one to go more with the black. I did worry that the little black wheels would kind of get lost in this black base, but after you have it set up in real life, you can see the wheels perfectly, so it doesn't really contrast off of there, but I still think that it looks really good, and you know that the wheels are black. But I think both of these turned out really cute. Definitely leave me your opinion down in the comments about which one of these trucks is your favorite. I think after I got them made, I like the traditional colors a little bit better. It just seemed to pop a little bit more, but make sure you let me know. And then for the last project, I am going to be using 3 of these jars. I wanted to paint them in Valentine's colors, so this just really dresses up a way to be able to use Dollar Tree floral because the floral roses and stuff, they're kind of like hard to use on projects, I think, because they are like large roses and they're just hard to like pull off and use on projects. But I do like making little vases that I can display some of the Dollar Tree flowers in. So I am painting these jars with chalk paint, and I had picked up some of this premium glossy pink chalk paint, and I do not recommend that for painting the jars. The matte chalk paint that I did like the white with only took 2 coats, but that pink glossy, I don't know what the problem was, but it took like 4 to 5 coats to cover the jar. So definitely opt out of that. That's just all I had on hand, but I do recommend just using the normal chalk paint. So then, like I say, I just put my Dollar Tree flowers in there. I picked up this gorgeous little glittery heart from Hobby Lobby. So I ran a piece of jute string through there so I could tie it around the jar. And I think that just makes it look more like Valentine's Day. And this was just a really cute way, like I say, to display all of my colorful flowers. I ended up mixing some white ones in the jars on the edges, but just a super simple little Valentine's display. I love painting mason jars, so it's just a fun little project to put together. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I had a ton of fun putting together these projects. Like I say, I use Dollar Tree / Dollar General items, but I also use a lot of items that I pick up from my local stores, such as Walmart or Target Dollar Spot. It's just really fun showing you all the inexpensive decor and craft supplies that I have in my area. So if you enjoyed it, please give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed. Leave me anything down below that you're wanting to see in a video, because I'm planning a lot of content. And thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.